Oh my god. Please tell me he's okay. Tristan, are you there? Please tell me my brother's okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do without him. I can't imagine a world where he's not there. Is he okay? Do I need to come home? I can't believe this could happen. I can't believe he's experiencing this much pain. I should have known. I should have been aware. He must be so hurt after everything.
Hey, Michelle, don't worry. I've got Joel with me here right now. He's in the other room drinking a hot chocolate. I gotta say, he's definitely shaken up about this. Rest assured, he won't be doing any grand displays of self-destruction in public.
Are you sure? Are you really, really sure? Please keep an eye on him. You never know. My brother's gonna be sneaky. He's probably gonna jump out the window or something. He'll find a way to satisfy his self-destructive needs. You know that, right?
Hey, look, I just want you to trust me. It's gonna be fine. I've assessed the situation. I've looked at him. He's calmed down now.
Okay, well, is he even talking to you? What has he said about everything?
I think he's still a bit too shaken up to talk about anything. We need to give him some space. Let him collect his thoughts.
What do you mean, let him collect his thoughts? Don't you realize that he almost tried to take his life today? Could you be a little bit more worried about him? I don't think everything is all sunshine and roses like you're making it out to be.
Hey, do you see me acting like this is an amazing situation? I'm not happy about this, Michelle. I'm not happy that your brother was doing the thing that he was.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, maybe you can show a little bit more urgency. And you know what? Maybe not even that. Maybe a bit more sympathy as well. I know how much you hate my brother.
Okay, look, to say that I hate him is a little bit of an overstatement. I really want you to apologize for saying that, Michelle, because it's just not true. If I really hated him, I would have let him just jump off that building today, right?
Well, let's just face it. You've only done the bare minimum, Tristan. I mean, this is a guy that was trying to take his life. He was gonna do it in front of everyone. How was it that you came across him in the first place?
Well, look, I was on my break at work and I was heading off to my favorite cafe. Your brother isn't the only one down in the dumps today. I've had a pretty crappy day at work and wasn't feeling too good myself. Anyway, so I was on my way to that cafe and I noticed a lot of commotion. All these people running to a particular destination. At first, I thought maybe it was just some really good street performer, but the amount of people blew me away. I mean, something really big was going on. Maybe it was a fire, so I ran with them. I wanted to find out what it was. When I got there, I couldn't believe my eyes.
You saw my brother, right? He was actually trying to jump off that tall building! I can't believe it. He's never done something like this before. I never saw this happening.
Really? An emotional wreck like your brother? If I'm being honest, I thought this type of behavior was something that's been persisting for a long time now. I've always gotten that vibe from him.
He's not always like this. Anyway. Okay, so you saw my brother trying to jump off that building. What did you do? Did you just stand there like some gaping idiot and not do anything to save him?
Don't be ridiculous. Of course I tried to save him. He's family, right? I called out to him trying to get through to him, but he couldn't hear me. There were too many people talking. I had no choice but to just run up there myself. I'm telling you right now, I ran up those stairs like it was my own life that depended on it. I was so afraid that if I wasn't fast enough, by the time I got up to the rooftop, he'd be gone. I ran up those stairs for what felt like an eternity. I was almost to the rooftop and I realized that I had to slow down. If I just burst out there all of a sudden, he'd probably get frightened and commit to the deed. Luckily, I was able to calm myself down. I approached out there onto the rooftop and I saw him standing there over the edge.
Oh my god. I can just see him right now. It's good that you had the calmness to actually approach him silently. I would have just burst straight towards him. There's no way I'm going to let my little brother just perish from my life.
Well, if I respond to his adrenaline with adrenaline, it's not going to be good for him. I wanted to be as calm as possible. I snuck up behind him and I was listening to what he was saying.
Hold on a second. He was speaking?
I'm not really sure if speaking is what you could call it. It sounded like he was singing. You said that he was some sort of artist, right? He played the piano or something?
He's a guitarist. He's in a band, actually. They've been trying to get themselves set up for a long time. Could you make out the words that he was saying?
I could somewhat distinguish what he was trying to say. It sounded like he was singing about a girl. There was something wrong with his pitch, though. It definitely sounded out of tune.
Well, come on. The guy's in an emotional state, isn't he? Of course he's not going to be able to sing at his greatest when he's like that. That was probably a song that was coming from his heart.
Well, mind you, the closer I got to him, the further I wanted to get away from him. But you know what? I was there on a mission, and I didn't want to listen to you complain about it later. I know you would have given me an earful if I just let him do what he wanted today.
So, did you save him? How did you do it?
I put a hand on his shoulder and pulled him back. I got him onto the ground and I was restraining him. Gently, of course. He was definitely bewildered by what he saw. He was kicking and screaming. He told me to get away from him and to just let him jump. I still spoke to him in a polite tone with calmness and serenity. Eventually, he calmed down. Then he actually fell asleep. At first, I thought he was faking it, but he genuinely fell asleep. I guess that's what happens when all the adrenaline dies down.
I see. So from that point on, I'm guessing that the police helped you take him home, right? He's there with you now?
That's right.
Did you at least get some sort of information out of him? Why would he do something like this? Did he lose his job or something? Did his pet turtle die?
Well, judging from his behavior and that song that he was singing, I would have to say that it was a girl.
A girl? Oh no. It can't be. It must be that new girl that he was seeing recently. He must be really upset about that.
I'm sorry. A new girl that he's been seeing? What are you talking about? It's not actually the streamer that he was talking about the other day, is it?
Yeah, that's the one. It only makes sense, right? You saw how excited he was when he was talking about her the other day. He was really into it. He felt so happy that he was able to get a girlfriend like that.
Was he really that emotionally invested in her? I thought that type of thing was some little fling. I mean, she is who she is at the end of the day.
What do you mean by that? Are you saying that my brother isn't allowed to catch feelings for her or something?
Well, I mean, I don't think it would be a smart idea. You know what type of work she does, right? She has her own OnlyFans account. If you're a smart guy, that's not the type of girl you would go for.
Well, hey, who are you to judge? Love blossoms in the strangest of places, right? Like, take a look at you and me. We met in a bubble tea cafe because you got stood up by some girl. Thankfully, I was nice enough to accept your approaches.
Hey, look. I think the way that you and I met is quite different from the way those two met. And not only that, but think about the type of job that she does. I mean, you're different, Michelle. There's not much that I can glean about you from your job. But for a person that has an OnlyFans account, there's no way that you can take someone like that seriously.
Well, what do you mean by that? I thought that there was a very good chance that they would fall in love, especially for a guy like my brother. Do you know how sweet that man is?
Oh, wow. That's interesting. You actually call him a man.
Well, yeah. We've all graduated from high school, right? We're all adults now. What's wrong with me calling him a man?
Sorry, it's just a little bit of cognitive dissonance. My brain tends to categorize things, and I've always categorized him in the boy category. But I think you should be a bit more skeptical about the type of partner that he chose. I mean, fair enough. It's probably cool that he got a girl from OnlyFans. Not a lot of people can do that. But at the same time, you have to judge people by the things that they do. I wouldn't have taken the relationship very seriously.
Well, how could you say something like that? That's so mean. You're actually going to judge someone based on their occupation? You're not even going to get to know her first?
Well, I mean, Michelle, come on. Think about yourself. Let's say that a guy who's walking around with patches in his shirt and only one shoe comes up and approaches you. He says that he thinks you're very pretty and wants to take you out for dinner. Are you honestly going to make his wish come true and go to that dinner?
Well, hey, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I'm nice enough to go on a quick date with some guy that just got turned down by a girl. Maybe if the guy approached me with enough of a gentlemanly nature, I would grant his wish.
Come on, that's cap and you know it. You're going to make some sort of assumption about this guy, the same way your brother should have made an assumption about the OnlyFans girl. He shouldn't have made himself so emotionally invested in her. I mean, how did they meet in the first place? Did he see her on her break as she went to McDonald's or something?
Well, from what my brother says, he saved up every little penny that he had from his part-time job and put it all towards her. He wanted to show that he was her biggest fan. He wanted to make himself known, so he was the one that was giving the most donations. He invested so much time in her that he actually ended up losing that job. You see what I mean? Isn't he just the sweetest guy? I mean, there's not many people that have that chivalrous attitude. You know what? You could learn a lot from him. You should be more devoted to your girlfriend. You should know how to make her feel happy like my little brother Joel was making that girl feel happy.
I don't think the definition of happiness can be the same here. I mean, the type of happiness your brother was giving her is going to be different from the one I'm giving you. It really looks like a one-way street if I'm being honest.
Well, clearly it wasn't, because in the end they started dating, didn't they? We even saw her come over to our house.
Okay, fair enough. We did get to meet her, and she is pretty. I don't know if she's pretty enough to actually spend money on, but she has her looks.
Wow, look at that. Looks like she's got a new fan. Maybe I should start stalking her account. I bet I'm going to see you putting your own donations on there.
You don't need to worry about that, honey. I don't care how pretty she is. If she doesn't have the basic manners to get off her phone at the dinner table, then I'm not interested in pursuing a relationship with her. Let me go into that, by the way, because I found what she did that night really disrespectful. I mean, she barely pushed the conversation at all. She treated it like it was a waste of time. Not only that, but she spent an unusually long time in the bathroom, right? I cannot help but feel like she was on her phone then, doing something for her followers.
Well, hey, what can I say? She's a very busy girl, isn't she? She likes to work hard. I actually respect that. We should be grateful that she came to our dinner table and was able to break bread with us. I think that alone is enough for someone in her position.
Why do you talk about her like she's a celebrity or something? The way I see it, she can come over and get to know us, or she can just not bother at all. I think maybe your brother really egged her on to come that night. He probably even gave her a lot of money for it too.
I think it was sweet what my brother did. And it's absolutely horrible that she would actually break up with him. I mean, that's what happened, right? She took my brother for granted and thinks that she's going to get another guy just like him.
I'm sorry to say, Michelle, but yes, she can. She can get a guy just like your brother. You don't think there are a million other guys doing the same thing, just paying for her subscription?
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about the heart. She's never gonna find a good guy with the same heart as my brother.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but at that dinner table, she was more attentive to her phone than to whatever heart your brother had. Clearly, he wasn't interesting.
Can you just stop being so mean? He's already heard enough. He's had a very serious breakup and you're actually making fun of him for it.
I'm not making fun of him for it, but I just think it's very bizarre. I mean, how long have these two been dating? I don't even think it's been a month, and he's already this emotionally invested in her. What's going to happen when he actually has a serious relationship? He's going to fall to pieces.
What do you mean if he actually has a serious relationship? That's what he had. He had a serious relationship with this girl.
Look, I don't know. When you give a copious amount of money to one person like your brother has, I'm not sure if it's a relationship. You can just call that worshipping.
Well, look, regardless of what you think about it, at the end of the day, my brother's in pain. He needs people around him. This event that he's experienced may not be such a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to him. If you were in the emotional state that he's in, you'd want people to help you, right?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm helping him, aren't I? I brought him to my house and he's got a hot chocolate. He's in the other room enjoying himself.
Well, have you at least tried to talk to him or anything? He probably really wants companionship.
Look, honestly, you're not here, so you don't really understand what's going on. But I've tried asking him very basic questions and he keeps giving me vague answers. Like, I asked him what was wrong, and he just goes, "Oh yeah, man, like, it just, like, totally feels that way, man." What does that even mean? It's clear his mind is all over the place at the moment. There's no point in talking to him.
Oh my god. This is so much worse than I thought. You're clearly not the type of person that's going to be able to nurture him and actually make him feel better about this. I need to come home.
Actually, no. You don't need to come home at all. I'm here, aren't I? Look, as much as you feel like you need to do something, he probably just needs space. I know your concerns. I know you're worried that he's going to go out there and do something. I've got him properly secured in that room. He won't be doing anything even if he wanted to.
Okay, yeah. But what about the emotional support? Doesn't he need someone to talk to?
I think you should be more worried about our financial situation than your brother. What I need you to do is be at work. We're not exactly swimming with our heads above water here. We've had this discussion before, right? With all the various luxurious indulgences that we spent our money on, we're not exactly in a good spot. We need to work, the two of us. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Wow, you really are something, aren't you? So your own brother-in-law almost takes his life, and you just go back into your room and start painting those stupid pictures of yours? If that's not a clear sign that you're indifferent to his experience, then I don't know what is.
Well, look, I'm not exactly in the emotional state to be doing this type of thing, but I have to do what I have to do, right? We need money at the end of the day. Unlike your job, my job requires some sort of emotional inner peace to actually do it. I could probably wait until my emotional state calms down to start working, but we don't have that luxury. I'm doing this for us, so I'd rather you just stay at work and do what you have to do.
Okay. And then what happens next? Let's say that my brother calms down. Are we just going to send him back out there? Are we just going to send him back to his home?
Well, I was assuming that we would. What else were we meant to do? Are we just going to sit here and babysit him the whole time? Make sure he doesn't do something like that again?
You really have a harsh choice of words, don't you? Why would you call it babysitting? We're looking after him. We're protecting him.
Okay. Well, if that's not babysitting, I don't know what is. So what you're trying to say is that you want him to stay here?
Well, this isn't even a matter of want. This is our duty. He's family at the end of the day. He needs our help. I don't want to send him out of this house until he feels that he's emotionally stable enough to make it out there on his own.
Come on, Michelle. He's a big boy, isn't he? I mean, sure, we're only early in our adult life and things are going to be hard. But this is just going to be a learning step for him. He needs to learn to overcome this thing by himself. What happens when there are actual challenges and tribulations that he has to face on his own? Are we just going to be there to support him the whole time? He needs to develop a little bit of independence.
Well, isn't this grand coming from the guy that's in a relationship at the moment? You don't know what it's like to be in his situation. Have a little bit of sympathy for him. Like, is it really that much of a burden to have him stay here? Stop being so mean to him.
Look, I don't know. It's like you say, your brother and I don't really get along. I'm not really sure how this is gonna work. Well, how about this? We'll give him about a month. We'll give him a month to get over what has happened recently, to find himself a job, and to potentially even get a girlfriend that he can move in with. What do you think about that? That sounds pretty reasonable if you ask me.
Are you kidding me right now? You're gonna give him a month to pick himself back up? Do you even know what it feels like to have a breakup? Tristan, do you even know how much you need to change your life to emotionally adjust to it? God, you're just way too harsh on my brother. What do you have against him anyway?
Well, I don't have anything against him. But we have our own life that we want to live, right? We've got our own dreams. I think 1 month is enough for him to get things done.
I'm not having this conversation with you. He can stay here for as long as he likes. He can stay here for as long as he needs. I don't care if it takes him a whole year to find himself a new job. I don't care if it takes him 10 years to find himself a new partner. I want him to know that people are there supporting him. They're not trying to rush him.
Are you serious right now? Don't you think that's a little bit too lenient? If we don't give him a time restraint, he's just going to loaf about and not put in any affirmative action at all. We should at least give him like 6 months. Give him some sort of deadline so that he knows he has to get things done before then.
No! This is out of the question. I can't believe you're talking this way, Tristan. If this was one of your friends, you wouldn't hesitate to let them stay here for as long as they'd like. But all of a sudden, when it's my brother, you have this indifferent attitude towards him. Why is that? What do you have against him?
Well, look, I'm not really sure if I should be telling you this, Michelle, but your brother and I aren't exactly the type of people to get along.
What do you mean by that?
Well, come on, let's face it. You and I started dating when we were in high school. We've been together for a very long time now. I've known your brother since high school, too. I've dated you for so long, but I never really had a conversation with your brother. And you know what? The few times that I did have a conversation with him, there's been a mismatch in the way we converse.
Well, what do you mean by that? Why would that be the case? You're both human, aren't you? Why aren't you able to just talk to each other like you're humans?
The thing is, we're two different types of humans. Like, take a look at your brother. He wanted to loaf about at school. He didn't care about his grades. He got in trouble with the teachers. He grew his hair long. He sat there with his guitar singing some poor melody as people just walked past him. He was a little bit aloof, don't you think?
Oh my God. I hate when people say that type of thing. Everyone kept saying that I was the really popular one in school with the weird brother that didn't talk to anyone. He's not weird at all. People just don't take the time to get to know him. He's yearning for attention.
Well, look, regardless, that's the type of person he is. And I don't think it's something that he can change, really. Then there's me. I've always been focused on the mission, whatever goal I had at hand. That goal could have been anything. I could have been getting a particular grade for a class. It could have been breaking some sort of sporting record for the school. And you know what? Now I'm an adult, it translates into something different. Now I want to make sure I meet a certain target at work. I want to make a certain amount of money. This is the type of person I am. It's very hard for someone like me to jive with someone like your brother. Do you understand where I'm coming from now?
Okay, fine, I get it. You made your point clear enough. You guys are two different animals, and it's hard for you to get along. Why don't you look at this as an opportunity for that to happen? Who knows? You might actually find something about each other that you really, really like. There might be a really good relationship that blossoms from this. You know? If you and my brother actually became best friends, that would be a really cool outcome. I'm telling you, that's something that I can actually brag to my friends about. I'm pretty sure you'd be happy with it too.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I think you're just being too optimistic about this. If your brother is gonna live here, I'm gonna need some changes to happen. For starters, he's way too unhygienic. Every time I met him, I could smell him from a mile away. I need him to start having a shower.
Wow. Is that really your biggest concern? Just a simple shower? That's not a problem at all. It's gonna be easy to get him to wash himself. So, can my brother move in? Are you going to let him live here in peace and approach him in a way that's loving and caring?
I don't know, Michelle. I don't know how this is gonna work, but you are my girlfriend at the end of the day. I'll do this because I care about you. We'll see how everything goes.
Oh my God. Yes! This is gonna be amazing! It's gonna be like I'm living with my brother again back at home. I really missed him. You know, I'm gonna tell him that he can bring all of his stuff here. He's gonna be so happy about this. I can only see good things happening from this point on.
I guess someone needs to have a cheery attitude about all this.
Hey, honey, I'm pretty late from work. Don't think I'm out there doing anything behind your back. I've got to tell you, today is just the absolute worst. I mean, not only did I have to stay back a little bit later at work, I'm also stuck on the train. There's some sort of collision on the track, and we've had to stop for a bit. I figured this might be a good time to actually message you. You and I both have been really busy with work. I haven't really caught up with you on how things are going on at home. Are you and my brother getting along? I hope you haven't been at each other's throats yet.
Hey, honey. That sucks about work. I hope the train starts moving soon. It's already pretty late. I guess you don't have much time to relax to yourself tonight. I don't want to bother you with what's going on between your brother and me, so I'm just going to talk to you about that at a later point in time.
Oh, come on. You're just giving it away now. It's so clear that you two aren't getting along. So, tell me, what's the issue? It's only been a couple of days. Don't tell me you want to kick him out already.
Well, look, I wouldn't say that I want to kick him out, but there are definitely a couple of things that are playing on my mind. I know your brother needed a place to stay, and he would probably be bringing his stuff with him. But look at all the crap that he's brought here. Haven't you noticed it when you come home from work?
I did notice there was a couple of things here and there, but it's not that bad, is it?
Come on, don't try and downplay it. What you noticed is a serious case of hoarding syndrome. I mean, I was there the other day when he was bringing his stuff in here. He was going back and forth from the truck, bringing more and more stuff in. I was really bewildered by the type of stuff he had. So, Michelle, don't give me that crap.
I didn't think much of it, to be honest.
Come on! You know that what he's bringing into the house is totally out of the ordinary. Any normal person would look at that stuff and wonder why someone like him would have that in his possession. I mean, did you see that massive statue of the wizard? That thing was built to human size. I don't even know who that is. Why would he have something like that?
Well, I'm not sure. It's just one of his quirks. I guess it makes him seem interesting.
Does it really make him seem interesting? I don't even know what to think about a guy that has that thing. If it was some sort of famous character like Gandalf or something, I would understand. But you look at that thing, and it's just some vague, unrenowned statue of a musician. It's quite big too, so, you know, it would have cost a decent amount of money. Why the hell would he buy something like that?
Well, like I said, to each their own. Everyone's got their own tastes, right? It's probably not going to make sense to you, but it definitely makes sense to him.
I know, but it just doesn't stop there. There's just a weird assortment of items that doesn't even make sense. I can kind of understand why his girlfriend broke up with him. This guy's character is all over the place.
Are you actually serious right now? Are you actually trying to pin the fact that they broke up over the type of things that he owns? That's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, come on, Michelle. Even you have to admit that if I put all this stuff in the home, you would be creeped out by it, right? I mean, a weird magician in the corner just staring at you at night. A strange assortment of stuffed animals. That's something that a man doesn't usually have in his possession in the first place. He's got all these posters of rock artists around his room, but then he has these cutesy little anime models occupying all the space on his desk. Not only that, but you take a look at his wardrobe and you don't even know what type of style he's trying to go for here. It kind of looks like he bought every single item from a secondhand store.
Can you just not sit there and put my brother down? Especially at a time like this? Do you know how protective I am of him? I've been protecting him his whole life in high school. And I don't want to have to protect him from my own boyfriend.
Well, hey, just the mere fact that you have to protect him is a big red flag in my opinion. I mean, look, I'm not trying to put him down or anything, but I'm just saying this is really weird. And not only that, but his stuff is getting in the way. Like when he put everything into his room and it was filled to the max, I thought that was going to be it. There's no way he could have more stuff. But then it just keeps coming and coming. I mean, walk through our living room and you'll see what I mean. You'll see a massive didgeridoo from Australia. You'll see some Scottish bagpipes. You'll see his pet iguana that doesn't look like it's being fed. I mean, honestly, why does he keep this stuff? Does he even use half of it? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any sense to you, and that's fine. It doesn't have to make sense. That's what my brother likes, and I'm not gonna try and change that. That's the way he is. I think it's very unique.
Are you serious? You know that this is a particular type of mental disorder, right? I mean, it's not right to be hoarding all this stuff. And let's take a look at the situation. He's staying here out of our generosity. You think he would reduce the amount of items he has? Like, think about it, Michelle. All of his stuff is impinging on our lifestyle. He doesn't have any courtesy for the people around him at all.
So what?
You expect him to just throw all that stuff out? Do you know how many years he's been collecting all of that? It would be a shame for him to just throw everything out. Why don't you look at it as something that he's amassing? You know what I mean? He could create, like, some really cool museum with all that stuff someday. I just don't understand why he has all this stuff. I don't think he's going to create a museum or something. Does he find comfort in having all this junk around him? Hey, don't call it junk! What's one man's junk is another man's treasure. He must really value all of that stuff. If you think about it, this is a very good quality. How many guys are like my brother? He actually appreciates these things. It doesn't matter if it's some old dusty item. It doesn't matter if it's something that no one even knows about. He sees some sort of value in it and he collects it. That's a pretty cool quality if you ask me. Okay, well maybe he should save up money and buy his own building to house all the stuff. I don't see why he has to live with everything. So is that really everything that you have against my brother? He's got a lot of items and that gets in your way? If you ask me, that's a pretty tame reason to hate my brother. I'm pretty sure you're going to get used to all that stuff eventually. As long as you guys aren't fighting each other about his personality or something. Okay, well, there is one thing that's getting on my nerves. Oh boy, here we go. I wonder what it is now. If you're going to talk about his hygiene, I've already told him to have a shower. Okay, well, yes, he's definitely having his shower. It's good to see that he's doing that much. Now that we're talking about it, I did notice that he uses a lot of the body soap, though. I mean, I've bought a new bottle of body soap very recently, and already a quarter of it is gone. I'm very curious about how much he's using in there. But you know what? That's not really what's getting on my mind lately. It's what he gets up to in that room. Here we go again. This is you wanting to invade someone else's privacy, is it? What he does in that room is up to him. I think you should just leave him alone. He doesn't go in your room bursting in on you painting all the time, right? Well, no, he doesn't, thankfully. It's kind of good that he keeps to himself, but at the same time, it really bothers me. I mean, I came home one day and he was like moaning and crying in that room, calling out the name of that girl. I understand that he just broke up, so I was pretty lenient about it. But when that type of thing persists for about 1 or 2 hours, I had to do something about it. He's mourning his loss. Let him be upset about that girl. He's grieving at the moment. This is what happens when people break up. You do know that people have emotions when they break up with someone, right? They're not like you. They actually feel love and connection with their partner. And they hate the fact that they've lost that. Come on, Michelle. I'm not some cruel robot that doesn't feel anything at all. Don't try and make me out to be that way. I get that he's saddened. He wants some time alone. He probably wants to cry about it too. That's fine. I guess that's what humans do at the end of the day. At the same time, to be squealing and shrieking in his room like that, you have to admit that that would get on your mind, right? Especially for someone like me. You know what I do when I get home. Oh, please, don't remind me. Of course I know about you and that little hobby of yours. You want to sit there and complain about my brother doing weird things in his room? I'm more worried about what you do in that room. Well, just remember that what I do isn't a hobby. This is how we earn a living. What do you mean? Of course it's a hobby. You have your own job. You have a 9 to 5, right? You do that every day. What do you do when you come home? You don't go to your wife and give her the attention that you need to give. You go straight to that stupid room of yours and you start playing around with your colors. Well, what can I say, Michelle? I'm a professional painter. This is something I like to do, and I've been doing it for a long time. You know this is what I do in my spare time. You knew that when you decided to move in with me. I know, but I didn't think you were this much of a fanatic about it. I mean, you don't even earn money from that thing. I wish you just came home and watched a movie with me. Give me some attention. I wish you were just like my brother. You could learn something from him. Yeah, well, I'd rather not become someone like your brother. I don't like the idea of sitting in my room crying to myself and making songs about a girl that wasn't even a great girl to begin with. I'm sorry, but I've got no plan on becoming that sad and pathetic.
You really look down on my brother, don't you? You don't see anything good about him.
I'm sure he has some good qualities, but at the moment, he's been more of a hindrance than someone I want to be around.
Yeah, well, look. He's my brother, and you're just gonna have to accept it. We're going to be living together soon, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna accept some of the bad qualities about you. Particularly the way you love to order people around.
What are you talking about? I don't order people around. I just tell them what they should do to make their lives better.
Yeah, right. You just have some sort of power complex or something. You never leave me alone. It's always, don't do this, don't do that. You're not allowed to go here. You're not allowed to spend your money on this. Like, honestly, am I allowed to do anything, or are you just going to control me for the rest of my life?
I'm sorry, Michelle, but sometimes your behavior is just way out of control. If I don't stop you from doing the things you do, then we wouldn't even have a place to live in. All of our money would be going into those damn slot machines.
I can't believe you would talk about them that way. Don't you realize it's thanks to those slot machines that you're able to buy a car? I mean, I hit it big that one time, right? You should be thankful to me.
Okay, but we would have been able to buy that car a year earlier if you just stopped putting your money into those things. Honestly, I know that you first started gambling because you wanted to try it with your friends. You're the one that got hooked on it. I think it's time that you go to therapy or something. Figure out a way to stop.
What a load of crap. Do you really think that I need to stop when it's actually doing good things for our household? Honestly, I'm not sure about you, but I want more than just one nice car. I'm hoping that we can upgrade this place. Like, seriously, mediocrity is not for me. I want to actually have the money to go on trips and stuff.
Okay. And if we stick to the plan that I have and just work and save our money, then we'd be able to do those things. Honestly, we might win big every now and then on the slot machines, but if we just save our money in the long run, we'd actually have more of it. You're losing more money than you're winning, and you don't even realize it.
Here you go again. Once again, you just want to ridicule me and try and control me. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be coming home tonight. I know how late it is. I'm just going to stay up all night at the machine, and I'm going to prove to you that we're going to win it big. You can sleep in that bed on your own tonight. Or, you know what? Better yet? How about you just get along with my brother? You guys can sleep together.
Come on, Michelle. You're being childish right now. Don't do something like that. I'm not saying this to ridicule you. I'm just doing it because I care about our household. Are you seriously ignoring me right now? This is unbelievable. I don't want you spending our whole paycheck on that slot machine. You hear me? Joel! Joel! Where are you right now? This is an emergency. I need to get to work and I can't find the suit that I need to wear today. We're having a very special meeting with some new clients. I had it hanging in the living room so I could just grab it and put it on this morning. Do you know where it is? I have all your stuff all over the place and I can't seem to find it anywhere. What are you doing at the moment? Oh, hey man. Good morning and peace to you. It's always been a blessing for every morning that we can wake up and be able to talk to each other, isn't it? Can I just say that I'm really happy that we can live with each other? It's like so good to get to know my bro, man. It's like totally awesome that a guy like you is dating my sister. I'm really happy for her. Okay. Well, thank you for the sentiments. Unfortunately, now is not the time for them. I'm in an emergency right now. Joel, I need to know where that suit is. Do you have any idea where it is? You're talking about the one that was in the living room, right? That was just like a totally good suit, man. Thank you for leaving that one out there for me. What are you talking about? I didn't leave that suit out there for you. Aren't you listening to what I'm saying? I said that I left it in there so I could grab it quickly and head out the door. Are you trying to tell me that you're wearing it right now? Oh, wow. Really? I'm just like so sorry, man. I totally thought that thing was for me. I mean, I walked out of my room and the suit was just right in front of me. I thought you were doing me some sort of courtesy. You must have noticed how much clothes I've got in the washing basket. I've got nothing at all to wear. That was the only thing I could find. I'm sorry that I made such a big mistake, man. I'll make it up to you. What type of coffee do you like? I like lattes, personally. I think you're more of a black guy. Would you like me to get you a coffee? Do you think something as meager as a coffee is going to make up for the fact that I'm going to be late for this meeting and I'm also going to look crap for it? You had no right in taking that suit. Joel, you should have at least asked me. That's not something you own, right? Yeah, I know, man. But we kind of live under the same roof, you know? Like, we all use the same water. We all use the same electricity. I thought we all wear the same clothes, too. That's just a ridiculous way of thinking. Joel, even if that were the case, take a look at the size of you and the size of me. There's no way that thing is fitting you. I'm pretty sure you're just dragging the trousers all over the place. And you know what? Where are you right now? What do you have today that is so important that it warrants you to wear my special suit? Well, hey, man, I'm just taking it easy. You know, I just broke up recently. I'm just so sad, man. I feel like I'm in some deep, dark pit and I can't claw my way out. You know what I mean? Man, it's like I walk around and someone's got their hands over my eyes the whole time. That's how dark everything seems to me. I'm just out here trying to find the light. You know, man, I'm just totally trying to find myself. Okay, thank you for the vague description of what you're doing. Can I actually get a proper description of what's going on right now? How are you finding yourself exactly? Well, man, I don't know. It's a pretty big, wide world out there, isn't it? I don't know where I am. I've got to, explore, man. I've got to search every ocean. I've got to look under every rock. I don't know where I am in this world. I'm sorry, Joel. What are you talking about right now? Can you just tell me exactly where you are? I don't need all this cryptic talk of you trying to find yourself. I need to know where you are exactly so I can get there, I get my suit, and get to work. Well, hey, man, I don't know. I think the last thing I saw was Mackenzie's forest. I'm totally in touch with nature right now. I'm just like my forefathers. You know, in order to move forward, you have to move back, right? I'm just feeling so deep right now, man. I'm just so totally in my element. I'm sorry. What did you just say right now? You did not say Mackenzie's forest. Yeah, man, I think it is. I remember seeing some sort of sign. But you know what, man? I'm not on the tracks that they made here. That's not how you find yourself. You can't, walk another man's path, you know? You gotta find your own path. So I'm just, totally walking into this thing blind. I don't even know where I am in this place. You've got to be joking me right now. I cannot believe this is actually happening. You are joking, right? This isn't true. I don't know what you mean. But hey, man, I really like jokes. I've got this really cool doozy of a joke. You're gonna love it. Here we go. Knock, knock. Joel, I need you to stop screwing around. Are you messing with me or not? Is this some sort of joke? Because I'm not laughing. If this is some stupid prank that you're pulling on me, it's not funny. What are you talking about, man? I know you're this big, serious guy that goes to work and everything, right? You got that job in the big corporations and stuff. I would never do a prank on you. It's totally not the type of thing you enjoy. Okay, so you're actually being serious with me right now. Right now, you're trekking through Mackenzie Forest all on your own and you don't even know where you are. Not only that, but you're wearing my suit! Absolutely destroying it in the process. Well, hey man, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I told you that I wanted to get in touch with nature, right? On the way here, bit by bit, I've been taking off one piece of clothing. You know what I mean? How can you get in touch with nature if you're not the one touching it? I want my whole body to be infused with the earth. You know, I think that's like the only way I'm going to find happiness. That's the only way I'm going to get over her. Gosh, I miss her so much. Joel, what the hell? So not only are you lost in this forest on your own, you've actually scattered my clothes all over the place. Do you have any idea how much this is annoying me right now? Whoa, man, I can totally sense that you've got, like, this really aggressive energy. You gotta learn to tamper it down. You know what? I was reading this book yesterday on these old ancient monk techniques. They've got this breathing technique that teaches you to take everything in and just let it go. I want you to do this one with me, Tristan. First, you're gonna take in this deep breath. Joel, just shut up. Shut up right now. I don't want to hear about some stupid technique that you've done. I don't have time for this stuff. I need to track you down and get my suit. I cannot believe this is happening. I can't even explain this to everyone. They're not gonna believe me. Oh, wow. Are you gonna come with me too, man? That's just like totally awesome. We're gonna be able to find ourselves together. It's gonna take half the time it would've. You know what? I found my soul tree that I'm connecting with right now. When you get here, I want you to find yours too. Hey, Michelle. Look, I know you're at work at the moment, and you probably want to use your break to actually relax. But lately, you and I haven't had any chance to talk with each other. We've got a serious issue in our household. Our bills are skyrocketing right now, and I'm very worried that we're not going to be able to pay them off. We need to take immediate action. We need to do something so that we don't actually lose the house. I'm sorry to say this, but we're probably going to have a very meager meal for this week.
Oh my god. You are just overreacting again. It's fine. Take everything easy.
Okay, well, I would like to have the same optimistic attitude that you have, but just looking at the facts, this can't go on. I don't want to be putting the blame on anyone, but there's just a really interesting correlation between your brother moving in here and our bills skyrocketing. I know you don't want to rush this guy and you want him to get over his relationship and whatever, but we seriously need to do something about this. I don't think he has a choice but to get a job, like, right now. I don't think him needing the time to emotionally adjust is a good enough excuse.
You seriously did not say that. It's like you have no idea how much this relationship meant to him in the first place. Didn't I tell you this before? We're going to give him as much time as he needs. If we rush him, things are going to go bad. He's going to get a job and he's going to get fired straight away. What do you think that's going to do for his mentality? Not only does he lose the girl, he loses his job. I think anyone would feel bad about themselves after that.
Well, look, I don't mean to rush him or anything, but things are really dire at the moment. I really need him to just man up and get the job already. Fair enough, he's had a bad relationship. Anyone would feel bad about that. But does that mean that he has to stop moving forward? Of course it doesn't, especially in the situation that he's in at the moment. He's become a burden on our lifestyle. I'm telling you right now, Michelle, we need him to work or else we're going to be out on the streets with him. Is that the outcome that you want?
Well, the outcome I want is for my brother to feel like he's strong and capable and knows what he's doing with his life.
Okay, fair enough. I get that. So let's push him to get the job. The more competent that he becomes, the more he's going to feel like he has control over his life. Surely you would understand that.
Hey, what I understand is that you wouldn't make a baby run when it can't even crawl. Like, haven't you even heard of the law of reverse effect? Some things in life you can't control. You just gotta let them come to you.
I cannot believe you don't see the urgency of this situation. Michelle, the fact of the matter is that we don't have enough money to pay for everything here. And not only that, he's actually chipping into our income. Haven't you realized that?
I'm not sure what you're talking about right now.
Well, look, all those times that he's asked me for a couple of $100s to buy some groceries. It's funny that I come home and there's no actual groceries being bought. What do you think that money is going towards?
What? I'm not sure. Maybe he donates it to a charity or something. He actually has the goodwill to care about other people, unlike you. He knows that the money that you earn wouldn't go to something like that.
Look, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people suffering out there in the world. I would like to help all of them, but I need to at least have a house that I can live in. And let's be honest, I don't think he's actually donating that money to charity or groceries. I think we both know where he puts it.
Actually, we don't. All you're doing right now is just speculating. You don't actually know what he gets up to with his life.
Hey, Michelle, if you were a little bit perceptive of the things going on around you, you would actually notice a lot of really alarming things. There's one time he went to the toilet and he left his door open. I wasn't intentionally trying to sneak in there and look at things, but just from the little crack the door was revealing, I could see that he was watching that girl again. He still donates to her stream even though they broke up. Don't you see this is really unhealthy behavior?
Actually, I didn't see it as anything surprising at all. I mean, that's what people do when they break up. They tend to look at photos of the person that they loved. Are you seriously trying to diagnose him and say that there's something wrong with him because he's doing something all humans do?
Okay, fair enough. People are heartbroken over their lost lover. But at the same time, this is different, isn't it? He's actually giving money to the person that broke up with him. He still thinks he's going to get back with her. Not only that, but he's using our money. The money that we could be putting towards our bills. If you don't see this as a very serious situation, Michelle, then I have no idea what to do with you.
Okay, Tristan. Well, what do you expect me to do then? Do you really just want me to sit here and wave my wand and hopefully everything just magically fixes itself? Do you want me to go up to my brother and cup his face with both hands and tell him that he has to get over his girlfriend right now? Do you really think that's how this works? Like it's all going to happen overnight?
What I'm saying is that we need to be a little bit stricter on him. You understand what I'm saying, right? We need to have some sort of rule in place to ensure that we don't end up in this position again. And you know what? If you really care about your brother getting over his ex-girlfriend, then you would ban that site. You would make it a condition that, if he lives in this house, he's not allowed to use it.
Wow. And so my brother is meant to go on with his life with no emotional release. That's what you're trying to say right now. That's like saying that I shouldn't be going to gambling every week.
Well, actually, you shouldn't be going to gambling every week. Michelle, you're also the one that's contributing to this financial mess that we found ourselves in.
Oh my god. Here you go again. Well, how about I let you in on a little bit of juicy information? I'm actually going gambling tonight, and it's all because of you.
Are you serious right now? You're actually going to play that card just to spite me even more? You're going to waste more money on the stupid machines. You're really not going to wake up and just understand that I'm actually doing this to save my family?
You're telling me that we have an issue, right? You're telling me that we need money? Well, what do you think I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to earn us some money.
Do you have any idea how much this puts our household at risk? Do you honestly think that stupid slot machines are helping us? They're contributing to the problem. What makes you think that you're going to win big today?
Well, what you need to understand is I'm a professional slot machine player. I'm not like those novices. The fact of the matter is that luck actually exists. There's a special energy in this world, and you need to understand it.
Oh boy, here we go. You're starting to sound exactly like your brother talking about his mystical energy that you can't even see.
Well, of course. It's energy, isn't it? You can't see it. Honestly, you're going to sit here and tell me that you were the guy that got the top grades in high school when you can still be this dumb? All the novices think that if something good happens in that day, they should go hit the machines. You know what I mean? The girl at the cafe decided to chat up the guy for once. Some guy walked up to a girl and called her pretty. They think because one good thing happened that means a good thing is gonna come next. Well, that's not how life works. Life is a roller coaster of going up and down. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And let me tell you right now, you and this depressing, negative conversation is a very bad part of my life. It's at a dip right now, which only means that from this point on, it's gonna go up. So that's how I know that I'm gonna win big tonight.
What a ridiculous and arbitrary way to think about your own gambling. Can I just point out that the last time we had this conversation, you went gambling and you lost big time? Clearly your own logic isn't working with you.
You know what, Tristan? I'm sick of you sitting on your high horse all the time. I'm sick of you looking down on my brother and me. Why don't we take a look at you? Why don't we talk about what Tristan does? Look at me. I'm Tristan. I'm above everyone. I can tell everyone what they should be doing with their life. I'm so much better than everyone because I sit at home painting all the time. Like, honestly, do you really think that makes you better than my brother and me? Let me just tell you that my brother is an artist too. He also creates things.
Okay, your brother has the whole house to himself for the whole day. I've actually asked him about his song composition lately, and all he's written is a couple of sentences. He hasn't made any progress on that thing, and it's been a month already.
Well, yeah, he's dealing with a heavy experience right now. Of course his creativity is gonna be out of whack. But you know what? Stop trying to steer this conversation away from you. We need to talk about you and your bad habits.
Okay then, Michelle. I'd like to see where you're going with this. Let's talk about that then. Let's talk about all the things that I do that's wrong. Let's point out the things that contribute to a bad household and put us in a financial mess. Let me just remind you that I'm the primary income for this household. I'm the one that's trying to save everyone on this ship while you and your brother poke holes at the bottom of it.
You think you're so grand and glorious, don't you? Who cares if you do all that crap? All you're doing right now is pretending. Let's not forget you're the guy holding massive parties on the weekend.
Wait. You are not accusing me of what I think you're accusing me of, are you?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm stating it as it is. You want to put on this tough image of you being so diligent. You want to appear like you do nothing wrong. Let's see what happened this weekend. I come home from a day out with my friends to a frantic, out-of-control party arranged by yours truly, Tristan.
What a load of crap. You actually think that was me, don't you? You don't think that I was the sane one that came home to that party? I went out for that day to do some painting in a peaceful, tranquil location on my own. I clearly can't do it at home when your brother is sitting in his room moaning all the time. He really disrupts my creative process. I can't paint. And what is the state of my house? It's in absolute disarray. Not only that, but what do I see? I see you in the crowd enjoying yourself. Are you seriously going to pin that on me when you actually had fun there?
Well, what am I meant to do? Try and stop that thing on my own? I was trying to tell everyone to leave and get them to tell me what was going on. They kept telling me that you were the one that organized that party.
What the hell? Do you really think I was the one to do something like that? Do those people look like the type of people I hang out with? They look a lot more like your brother, don't they? If anyone organized that party, it was him. Anyway, aren't you happy that I got that party shut down anyway? I found your brother and I convinced him to get everyone the hell out of my house. It was over in a matter of hours and I was too tired to get up in him any more than that. I fell asleep, woke up, and I went to work. I didn't have time to clean up after his mess.
Yeah, right. That's a very intricate and elaborate story. It's so typical of you to just pin it on my brother. I know you're just searching for ways that you can get rid of him. I bet you organized that party to just frame him to give yourself more ammo as to why you should kick him out.
You still think that I was the one that organized that party, don't you? Go talk to your brother himself. He'll tell you that he organized that party because he wanted to get his name known a lot more. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but he was the one that was standing in front of the pool performing for everyone. Performing quite poorly, I might add.
This is just ridiculous. I'm sick of putting up with you. What a horrible time to spend my break. You know what? I'm going to get back to work, and I'm going to go to the slot machines tonight. I'm going to win the big money and pay off those bills. After that, I better hear a thank you from you.
You amaze me, Michelle. You really do.
And you know what? I'm not going to give you any attention until you do a couple of things around here. The first thing is you start putting yourself in check and don't hold these stupid parties again.
Those parties weren't me.
Shut up! After that, I want you to start cleaning up around here. The place is way too messy, and I don't understand how you can live like this.
If the place is messy, it's because of your brother. The guy doesn't do anything with his day. Why don't you get him to clean, especially since he's the one that's making it?
Just shut up! How many times do you need to be told? You don't make the rules here. After that, I want you to be more sympathetic to him. Your attitude is just way too cruel. It's inhuman. You start clearing up after yourself and being a little bit kinder to my brother, and then you'll get the attention from me. We can go back to being a couple that actually enjoys each other's company.
What a joke. Hey man, I'm just totally starving right now. Like, I know you're really, really busy, and I don't want to step on your toes and everything, man. But do you reckon you can go out of your way to get some corn chips for me? I'm just like totally in the mood for some nachos. All of this job hunting is starting to take its toll on me. I need that delicious sensation of crunch and sweet spicy salsa. Just thinking about it is making me salivate. To hell with your stupid nachos, Joel. How about I give you a recommendation? If you really want to eat some nachos, how about you go get yourself a job, buy the damn thing yourself, and make it yourself? I know if I get you those corn chips, you're going to get me to make it for you. This is the guy that doesn't even know how to make himself a coffee. Hey man, like, what's your problem? I just totally don't get it. Your energy is always hostile towards me. I'm always talking to you in a nice way, right? I just totally want to get along with the guy dating my sister. I don't know why you always talk to me this way. I'm always nice to you, right? Look, Joel, you might be a really good guy. Maybe you even have good intentions, but your behavior is just way off. Don't you realize how much you're affecting our lifestyle here? Don't you realize how much of a burden you've become? You and I have already had our episodes together. You have to work a lot harder than that if you want to get on my good side again. I mean, do I even have to remind you of what happened in that forest? Okay, man, just chill out. I get it. I'm not allowed to use your clothes. Have you seen me use your clothes ever since? I've been a good guy, right? I know, but it's just something about you. It's like you don't understand this common sense that there are some things you can do and there are some things you can't. Like every time I have to tell you very specifically what you can and can't do. It's getting on my nerves. You should just have the common sense to know that some of your behaviors get in my way. Well, hey man, that's just totally unfair, you know? I mean, you always come home and have a really angry vibe, and that just totally messes up my vibe. I can't write any music. You've got the whole day to be writing your music. I don't want to hear you blame me for that. Besides, you're not the only one that's an artist. I'm painting, aren't I? It's really hard to get into the state of mind to paint something beautiful when you and your friends are in the garage pounding out music. It makes you wish your head would just explode. Yeah, man, we're just a really hardcore band, you know? Especially lately. I'm just in such a dark place. I'd say the lyrics I'm bringing out lately are probably my best work. Well, if that's your best work, I'd hate to see what your worst is. I know art is subjective and everything, but I honestly can't see anyone liking that type of music, apart from yourself. Seriously, Joel, can't you think of a better use of your time than wasting it on that band? I don't think you guys are gonna go anywhere. I'm not even saying this to be mean. I'm saying this for your own good. I think you just need to focus on finding a normal job and keep it that. No way, man! This music is more to me than just a job, you know? This is an expression of my soul, man. Every guy has some sort of demon within him. And I'm releasing that demon in a healthy way. I'm still so caught up about that girl. I still think about her every day. Come on, Joel. I need you to just grow up already. I know you're still a young man, but are you going to get this upset about every girl? I honestly don't see what's so special about this woman. I mean, she's the type of person that sells herself online. Is that really the type of person that you want to fall in love with? You just, totally don't get it, man! She was a goddess! She just, deserves every little penny that I can give her. I'm so happy giving her money. She doesn't even need to notice me. That's what makes me happy in my life. Well, clearly it isn't, because you still have this negative energy when you're creating your music. Honestly, you're the brother of my girlfriend. So at the end of the day, I care about you. I think it's best if you just get a normal job. Work on yourself a little bit more and get a bit more confidence. So, do what everyone else is doing, and you're gonna find that person for you. I don't know, man. Just when you look at people these days, everyone is just like a square, you know? I'm sorry. What are you talking about right now? Yeah, everyone is a square. But man, I'm different. I'm not a square. I'm a triangle. Do you know how hard it is for a triangle to be a square? A triangle has to, change who he is. You know, he's gotta somehow gain an extra side. It's just, not possible for him, man. Joel, what are you talking about right now? What I'm telling you to do is to get a job like everyone else. What I'm telling you to do is to pay your own bills. What I'm telling you to do is to stop being a burden on your sister and me. Are you seriously gonna sit there and give me the excuse that you are a triangle? I don't have time to listen to that sort of crap. I need to get my house in order, and you're not helping me. Well, hey, look, man. I didn't want to say this, but maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you should just, leave. I'm sorry? What did you say? Yeah, let's take a look at the facts. My sister likes me a lot more than you. She's known me her whole life. She's protective of me. If it had to come between us, I'm pretty sure you'd be the one that gets kicked out. Oh, wow. So, that's what you're trying to do right now, is it? Instead of trying to step up to the plate and take responsibility, you want to try and kick me out? That's a really low move right there, Joel. Even if it is true, even if your sister would choose you over me, you're seriously going to talk to me that way after I've paid for the rent for the house that you get to live in? You're going to talk to me that way after I've put food on your plate. I've even given you money to spend on that stupid girl online. Don't you dare call her that. She's an absolute goddess. She's beautiful. I'm not going to listen to you insult her. Joel, you need to wake up to yourself. There's nothing special about her. She spends her days selling pictures of her body. She does nothing in her spare time but drink lattes in a cafe. There's obviously nothing special about her. She's got no skills and no stories. Her personality is as insipid as a brick. Don't forget that I've already met her. I already know what type of person she is. Apart from her looks, which aren't even that great to begin with, there's nothing special about her, and you're over-glorifying her too much. Just shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. I don't care if you can't see the beauty in her. I can. She's a lot more than she seems. You wouldn't know this because you didn't even date her. Well, look, I'm sorry to say, but you didn't even date her. Do you really think that she treated you like her proper boyfriend? She didn't give you any attention. It was all one-sided. Is that the type of relationship that you want to be in? You just want to sit there and grovel at her feet like all the millions of other men who are doing that? Why don't you find someone that's special? Someone that you genuinely like? Someone that loves you as much as you love them? Don't you think that's a much better idea? You just don't understand me, man. I'm just not like that. I just cannot do what everyone else does. It's not in my blood. It's not in my DNA. That's a pathetic excuse for why you can't even get yourself a job. It's a pathetic excuse for why you can't rely on yourself. You're trying to tell me that you're not like everyone else, so you need to sponge off your sister and me? Honestly, Joel, I need you to wake up to yourself. Well, hey man, I've already got myself a job, don't I? I mean, you keep pushing me to find some sort of part-time job in this area. But it's just like, so stupid, man. I'm a rock star! I'm a guitar man! That's who I am. I've got my own band and everything. That's what my job is. So can't you just let me get good at my craft already? Do you think that's a good enough excuse, Joel? Don't worry. I'm in the same boat as you. I have my creative side too. If I could have it my way, I'd be painting all day instead of doing my 9 to 5. But I just can't do that. Am I meant to pursue my dreams at the risk of losing my house? Of course not. I think you need to get a job that actually earns money and then do your band stuff on the side. Maybe you're gonna hit it big one day. Who knows? But first, you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You can't be sitting here getting babied by your sister and me for the rest of your life. Well, hey man, I don't know, because I think she just totally appreciates me being here. I can see what's going on in your relationship lately. You two aren't even talking. Before you start criticizing me, maybe you should sort out your own problems, man. There really is no getting through to you, is there? You know, for a guy that thinks he's so nice, you're actually pretty stubborn. Here I am trying to give you good advice that's gonna change your life, and you just want to blow it off. Well, you know what, Joel? That's fine. This is the last time I'm ever gonna do it. And it's probably the last time you and I are ever gonna have a conversation.
This is just way too funny. You actually want to do this, don't you? You actually want to leave this relationship. You really do amaze me, Tristan. I could not believe you would be this stubborn. You can't accept any fault in other people, can you? You can't give them the time they need to actually get better. If you ask me, this is probably the smartest decision you ever made. In fact, I was thinking about the same thing. I was hoping to kick you out. I can see that you just cannot have the love and respect for my brother like you should have.
Well, I'm guessing that your brother told you everything that happened, right? I've made my decision. I'm not staying there anymore.
Do you really think that I needed my brother to tell me to understand what's going on? I could tell by the fact that none of your stuff is here. You really move fast, don't you? It's almost as if you've been thinking about this for a long time.
Well, Michelle, you can't really blame me, right? I have been thinking about this for a long time. I'm sorry, but I've tried reasoning with you people. I've tried to get through to you and your brother on how serious the situation is. We quite simply do not have the funds to continue the lifestyle that we've been living. I've been doing my best to earn extra money. I've been doing my best to make sure that we keep floating above water. But it just gets harder and harder, especially when you two continue to delude yourselves and give yourselves justification for why you do what you do.
You know what? It's that arrogant attitude, which is exactly why I was thinking about kicking you out in the first place. Honestly, I don't know what you think is gonna happen to you out there, Tristan. You think you're actually gonna find a girlfriend that likes you? Trust me, you should have been thankful that I stayed with you in the first place. I'm not sure there's many people that can handle your personality. So what if I had a gambling addiction? So what if my brother was a little bit emotional after a breakup? You really gonna sacrifice all of that just because you think you know better than everyone? I'm telling you right now, there's no other girl that's gonna be interested in you. You were just lucky that you picked me up in high school. You're gonna perform horribly out there.
Who's to say that I even want to be in a relationship? Maybe I just want to be single. Maybe I just want to focus on my art. Maybe after the horrible experience with my girlfriend and having to put up with her brother, I just need a break from things.
Wow, look at you go, Tristan. I'm Tristan, and that is so hard. My girlfriend does a little bit of gambling and her brother is a bit upset about a breakup. Life couldn't get any worse than this. I mean, there are people out there that can barely get a glass of water every day, but I think I'm having it so much worse than them. Why don't you just get over yourself? You're not this big, great victim that you think you are. There are many people out there having it way more rough than you. At least you actually have a girlfriend in the first place. Someone that can actually tolerate you. Unlike my brother, that deserves any girl that he wants. You know what? If you just learned a thing or two from him, if you just learned how to be sweeter to your girlfriend, we would have had a relationship that worked out. Too bad for you. You couldn't learn. Now it's all come to this. I hope you're happy with yourself, Tristan.
Don't try and pin all of this on me, Michelle. You talk about your brother like he's this great guy. Like he's meant to have every girl in the world. I'm telling you, if you think that I'm not gonna have any chance of finding a girlfriend, that guy is absolutely hopeless. Even you have to admit you wouldn't date someone like him. Don't try and sit there and tell me that you would date a guy that owns that much stuff. Don't try and convince me that a guy that doesn't have a job is someone you want to be with. If you really cared about your brother, you would have pushed him in the right direction instead of trying to protect him all the time. You would stop trying to convince him that he's this awesome guy. He needs to wake up to himself if he really wants to do better in his life.
Yeah. Well, who's the one that's getting kicked out of the house right now? It's you, isn't it? Not my brother. Maybe it's you that needs to learn a lesson.
I'm sorry. How are you interpreting the situation? This is me leaving the house. I'm not getting kicked out.
Actually, no. You and I both know that I was going to kick you out originally. You were just trying to save face by leaving before I could tell you. Good luck out there on your own, Tristan. I doubt you're going to find a house for you to live in. It's going to be fun living here with just me and my brother. It's going to be just like the old times. I'm pretty sure we're going to be a better team without you. You were the one that was getting in our way in the first place.
Well, let's hope that things go as well as you think they will, Michelle. I'm telling you right now, though, two irresponsible people living with each other is not a good situation. I can't wait to see which one of you breaks first.
Hey, Tristan, babe, how are you? It's been a while, hasn't it? I hope things are going well for you. Were you able to find a new house to live in? I feel really bad about what happened. You and I got into such an angry mood last time, didn't we? It's really a shame that we've had to end things this way. I mean, we've been dating since high school, right? We were high school sweethearts. That's a really rare thing. It's a shame that everything had to end the way it did. How are you, anyway? I want to know what's going on in your life.
What do you want from me, Michelle? I'm pretty sure we had a mutual understanding that we didn't want anything to do with each other. I can't help but think you want something from me.
Come on, you really don't have to act that way. I'm just a former lover that wants to get in contact with you again. These past few weeks have made me realize something. In every relationship, these types of obstacles come up, right? There's always something that you two have to work together to overcome. Maybe sometimes you can't even do that. Maybe you just need some time. Well, I don't know about you, but I think I've had enough time. I hope you've been using the time wisely to reflect on how we can improve our relationship. I know I have, and I'm fully intending to come back stronger than ever.
What are you talking about right now? Do you actually think there's even the slimmest chance of us getting back together? I think I made it pretty clear when I moved out of that house that I wanted nothing to do with you and your brother. There's no chance of us getting back together.
Are you kidding me right now? Like, seriously? Is that the attitude you want to take? That's just so immature. Are you going to give up on a relationship that lasted this long just because you had a bad experience with my brother? Honestly, I'm trying to propose an alternative here. I'm trying to tell you that I'm kicking my brother out, and I want you back here.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, but I guess you had a point. I think my brother is actually hopeless. He can't get his life together at all. It's been so hard trying to pay everything off here with him here. I've had to cut back on my gambling. I don't know how much longer I can live here with him. I think I need you back here. I need a second income in this house. If we don't, things are going to be tough for everyone involved. I mean, think about it. Things must be tough for you, right? It's not exactly cheap to live in this area on your own. You've only got that one income. Surely it'd be easier if you just moved back in here and we paid for the rent and the utilities together.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Move back into the house with my girlfriend that has a gambling addiction? Get real.
Okay, look, I get it. I realize how bad it is. We really can't support ourselves with this addiction of mine. I'll stop, and I'll get rid of my brother. Doesn't that work out best for you?
Actually, no. Staying away from you is the best thing for me. You think I have one income, don't you? You haven't listened to me this whole time. You realize that the paintings I've done actually get me money, right?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, I don't just do that type of stuff for fun. I'm actually selling them. I've been doing that for a while, but I haven't told you about it. If you knew how much money we were making, you would actually use that as an excuse to gamble more. I've had to hide it from you.
You gotta be kidding me right now! How much money have you been making from that stuff?
Well, it's hard to give the good amount, but the minimum amount is about $80,000 a week.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. Those paintings that you made fun of actually turn into a lot of money. So if you're worried that I need some more financial assistance, then you can put your concerns elsewhere.
Okay, fine. So maybe, financially, you're well off. That's great! I'm really happy for you. What about emotionally, though? Surely you miss being together with me, right? We've been together for so long. I can't imagine you giving yourself to someone else.
Well, actually, that's where you're wrong. I don't know if you know this, but this strange, mysterious guy that sits in his room painting all the time is somewhat alluring for girls. I put myself out there and I was snatched up very easily. I found another person like me that paints her own stuff. I love looking at her stuff. It gives me inspiration, actually.
You've gotta be kidding me right now! So you're actually gonna leave me here with my brother? The guy that has spent months and months living here, and he hasn't got a job yet.
Well, hey, consider this opportunity for you to actually support him. Maybe you can push him to finally get a job. Anyway, I've got nothing else to say to you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'll be blocking you now. Bye. It was quite interesting watching the demise of that couple. Michelle would always talk about her brother like he was this great guy that she wanted to take care of. But the moment he became a burden on her, she started to hate him. Slowly but surely, she became the dictator that she claimed I was. She started yelling at her brother, telling him what to do. She wanted him to get off his butt and actually find a job. Him, being the type of guy he is, he was still adamant that he was gonna find a career in music. He took it to the streets and started performing live. There was more than one occasion where he was escorted off the premises. The type of sound that he was going for was just unbearable for the people around. There was one day where he actually started to get a pretty good crowd, though. For the first time in his life, he was starting to feel good about something. He finally was hitting it big like he always dreamed of, even though it was only a couple of people. He was getting into the groove of things and he was enjoying the crowd that he had. That was until the corner of his eye spotted his ex-girlfriend walking around with another guy. At that point, he fled from the scene and tried to find the closest thing that he could jump off of. He managed to find his way to the Golden Gate Bridge. Unfortunately for him, his behavior was so bizarre that people followed him there to see what was going on. He tried to jump for a second time, but was stopped by the nearby people. His frantic screaming about how much he missed his girlfriend and how much his life sucks was put on the news. They labeled him as the failed man baby that sold his life away to OnlyFans. They used him as an example of what happens when you indulge in that thing too much. Michelle had met a demise of similar magnitude. She claimed that she would get rid of her gambling addiction, but she just couldn't do it. She lost her job and had to work in the night industry to fund her addiction. She's now a drone to those machines, and I don't see her stopping anytime soon. As for me, on the other hand, I'm enjoying my life with my new partner. I can't believe that there was someone else out there that could be perfect for me. She supports me in everything I do. In fact, we support each other. We take inspiration from each other's artwork, and we became renowned as the couple that produces the painting together. Every piece that we do is painted by each person. We work in sync with each other to create a final product that looks amazing. I have to say, breaking up with Michelle and getting away from her brother was the best decision of my life.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. See you in the next video!